Yeah, but this woman that came to my house yesterday, she was asking questions. Is anybody disabled? Is anybody mentally ill? Is anybody retired? Has anybody looked for work in the last week? If you were offered any job, would you take it? All these really bizarre questions. And I had I've done census before. You know how they do them every 10 years?
Yeah, I think it was every 8, but yeah.
They don't ask questions like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, it's all going into an informational control grid. They are full force press right now, and the information that the Census Bureau has is only going to integrate with all the other information they're taking from the private sector, from AT&T, from every phone call you make, from every single email you send out, from every IM you've got, from every text message. They are literally copying it, and they have this software, and this is the public stuff from before even 9/11. The two software apparatuses they used were a program called Promise and Carnivore, and what they do is they crunch all this information at an incredible rate and profile you. I mean, that's exactly what they're doing. No, look into Carnivore, look into Promise. These two softwares have been around forever. I'm sure they have one now that is, 10 times as powerful. And
called the Promise?
PROMIS without an E is Promise software. And then just type in Carnivore. And this, again, was to stop terrorism. It's supposed to pick up keywords. This is their massive intelligence-gathering software that profiles you. And then on top of that, they have other things such as, this AT&T program. Did you see the guy last summer, I think it was, on MSNBC, who was literally hooking up the secret room with the Ethernet wire so that they could copy everybody's telephone calls, all their emails, all their voice messages, all that, basically have a hard wire in for the government?
You're kidding.
No, we're going to bring, you know what? I thank you for the call, Deborah. We're going to bring that clip up. Type in AT&T whistleblower Olbermann, and we're going to have that clip in the big segment. We might play it in the 5-minute segment, but we're definitely going to play that one. I mean, listen, it's already here. This NLE 09 exercise, this national level exercise, is going to teach the local government how to spy on everybody and how it's okay, how to database everybody, how to round everybody up in the case of an emergency, how to share information with federal agencies without a warrant, without your Fourth Amendment right. You find that, Jaron? You bring him up? I know we only got a minute and a half, but do we have that clip ready for So we're going to play part of that clip on the other side. It's like a 10-minute clip, but we'll just play the first 5 minutes of it. All right, let's go to the next caller. Dino in Oregon, you're on the line.
Hey, Jason, I really appreciate what you do. AJ and you are in my house every day, and the information keeps flowing. We are winning. I have a blog, libertypress.wordpress.com, and I broke the news about Iran and Venezuela are opening up a bank together.
Oh, how odd.
And no one's reporting it. It's on my website, libertypress.wordpress.com.
And where's that coming out of? Is that coming out of like AP or Reuters or something like that?
That's coming off of Iran Daily. I go to Iran Daily every day. It's a great website. I don't know if you like it or not, but it seems to tell the truth about what's going on.
I haven't been there, but no, I've been saying, in the backdrop, the Obama administration has said now it's working with Iran in the war on terror, even though they're trying to feed everybody this fear about it. And we just had Obama openly shaking hands with Hugo Chavez right after he declares a new world order in China. It doesn't shock me that those two people are getting together and then they're now joining this apparatus under the Obama administration. I thank you for the call, Dino. It's the Infowarrior with Jason Bermas. We'll be back after this. PrisonPlanet.tv.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com. or download it in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The People Strike Back.
Jim Newcomer from Midas Resources, April 22nd, 2009. Gold opened this morning at $889.90. 1 ounce gold coin can be purchased for $915.86, $457.93 for the half ounce, and $228.96 for a quarter ounce. That's $915.86, $457.93, and $228.96.
How is it that we, the people, grow the cotton, weave it into fabric, engrave the ink, embed the strips and fibers that protect it from counterfeit, then cart the money off to a privately owned bank to have it lent back to us at interest, forcing us to pay taxes and servicing debt? Is this capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when he said, a central bank issuing a public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Hi, Ted Anderson. I'm placing a silver dollar inside of a book that explains how the monetary system works. Call for your copy, 1-800-686-2237. Isn't it time to understand the system? Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama Deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at prisonplanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The People Strike Back.
The world appears to be on the brink of collapse. Experts say a pinch of heirloom vegetable seed could soon be the most valuable resource on Earth because it will provide healthy food now and every year after. Survivalistseeds.com now has the Heirloom Garden Seed Time Capsule, allowing you to store your seeds for the future anywhere, even underground, for 100 years. The Heirloom Garden Seed Time Capsule can withstand 3 tons of weight, is 100% rodent-proof, waterproof, and comes with a whopping 6,000 healthy vegetable seeds from 20 varieties that will grow anywhere in the USA. Unless you trust the government, the Heirloom Garden Seed Time Capsule and heirloom seeds from Survivalistseeds.com is your long-term food solution. Our competition charges 10 cents to $1.25 per seed for these same heirloom varieties. But you can now have a head of lettuce, a bundle of carrots, a basket of tomatoes, a giant watermelon, and 16 other varieties for about a penny a seed each. Be prepared. Buy your heirloom seeds today from Survivalistseeds.com and have food insurance for your family forever. Visit Survivalistseeds.com. Survivalistseeds.com is owned by Big John Lipscomb, host of the Don't Tread on Me radio show.
In the next segment, Sean, Chris, Scott, Brian, and others, the call line is 866-582-9933. But this one goes out to Deborah in Michigan. I hope you're still listening / watching, Deborah. This is out of MSNBC. You bet they're spying on you, and you bet they have no remorse about it. They're extending these powers, expanding them, and being unapologetic for the Bush administration in this new one. Hit it, Jaron.
6 of the Dirksen building in Washington tomorrow, the Senate Judiciary Committee will consider whether to protect some of America's most powerful corporate executives from the legal consequences of having spied on the rest of us in this country. On our third story tonight, an AT&T whistleblower today told members of Congress much more than that is at stake with the secret crimes that took place at room 641A of AT&T's Folsom Street facility in San Francisco and potentially at others across the country. Specifically, retired 22-year AT&T technician Mark Klein says that despite Mr. Bush's claims, the U.S. government used AT&T's cooperation to spy not only on overseas communications, but to vacuum up virtually all of America's use of the internet for years. Email, Googling, web surfing, you name it. thanks to AT&T secure rooms like 641A in San Francisco, accessible only to those cleared by the NSA. Klein obtaining AT&T schematics showing how the company used splitters to send secure room 641A a duplicate of every fiber optic signal routed through its facilities. That involved not just AT&T customers, but virtually every internet and telecommunications company, and virtually all email and web traffic in the country, without a warrant, without any mechanism for separating domestic from overseas, without separating suspect from citizen. We welcome now former AT&T technician Mark Klein, whose documentation and claims are now part of a class action lawsuit against AT&T, one of 38 telecom spy lawsuits, AT&T so far declining to comment on the specifics of these allegations. Mr. Klein, great thanks for speaking out tonight.
Thanks for inviting me.
The Senate is considering granting the telecom executives immunity. You lobbied Congress today not to do so. How come?